maybe in a future call with you, Susanna,
Mhm.
Stellar, Starlight, Starbridge, and Spacewalk are literally the mechanisms of how they enact the bridging to connect all the dots in between. And one thing I just want to mention quickly, again, for people who are doing their research into Stellar right now, if you look at these three domains, swisscustody.org, indusx.tech, and induspayments.com, these three combined are literally what creates the framework for international ledger settlement. And that's why the old narrative of XRP being the institutional money is not actually true anymore. That's what we all thought years ago. When I now, made the confirmation that it's actually these three. So, and these three are on Stellar, which means Stellar is the global payment infrastructure for every single thing, institutional and retail.
And XRP might be institutional, but they're not exclusive. That's the difference. They might only have a small portion of the whole operation when all is said and done. We don't know.
Yeah,
So-
they are incredibly important, guys. I'm not trying to diminish XRP by any means, but like what Nick was saying, they only have two functions, guys. One is liquidity, but only for institutional liquidity, not for global payment in liquidity. And the other one is something called collateralization, which I think is also a little bit too much detail for this particular call. But that's actually one of the big reasons how you flush all the other money into the system. And that's the reason why they need to get out of people's hands back into white hat hands so they can actually control and move the money over.
And
So I
you
have
can't put everything in. You can't risk everything on one token to run everything. Like saying it's the center of the universe. You do that, and something goes wrong, then the whole system crashes. You can't have it operating independently by itself. You need these other pieces in order to make everything function. So if there's a problem in one area, the whole thing won't come crashing down. So to say that XRP is the center of the universe is a ridiculous statement, honestly. Not that I say it's not that it's not important, but I'm saying if you say like it's the be all and the end all, like the XRP line, that's ridiculous because nobody would risk a whole financial system on one particular token, regardless of how good it is. So, to say that is really not, they don't really understand the big picture.
I mean, they would have learned after the FTX deal. It's like, that's why there's all this information out there for us. Now I'm starting to learn is that we have to do our due diligence too. We just can't say, oh, I'm just going to dump all my money in here. You see what happened to Tom Brady and all these guys? They all lost it all because they put it all in one basket. It's like, guys,
I could give you a million stories like that. Believe me, I've seen so much. How many I mean, I've seen.
That's why they say we have to use discernment. Without discernment, then we're just a bunch of monkeys running around. Guys, this is more for the audience. And Jason, if you're curious to pop into Telegram, I know you're not on Telegram very much, but because so many people have these questions and it's very hard to find the research, what I've done is I put together something called QFS Proofs, which is module 1 of our 3-part self-guided training program.